Hello, good morning. Welcome to Tuesday's show. And she's back for another stint in the pink swivel chair.
I'm in the pink chair.
Although you should be maybe on the green sofa in that dress.
Should we swap for the day?
Maybe after July 19th.
Hey.
When we're allowed in England, of course. Kim is still isolating at home. She's going mad. She's doing puzzles at the moment. She's told me. Someone I didn't think we'd see in the studio today is Dr Punam, but you are here based on the fact your little one was ill.
Yeah.
You did the PCR test. It was negative.
Yeah.
Everything's okay.
She's much better. She was teething and had the typical cold that lots of toddlers get, but thank goodness, all on the mend.
All on the mend. I don't know why Kim wasn't watching the tennis last night. So many people did. Emma Raducanu, this British hope, the world of expectation on her shoulders. But people were saying that it might have been panic attacks, or she might have been feeling ill. But the thing is, she's 18. Yeah. She's just done A-levels. Yeah. Like, she's not stressed enough. Do you know what I mean?
You couldn't imagine just how much pressure she must have been under. And the thing is, we never know what's going on for people behind closed doors. So at the end of the day, I just hope whatever happens, she's okay and that she recovers well soon.
She will be back. What a star she can be.
And do you know what? She did pretty well. She did really good for herself, so she should be proud no matter what, I would say. And from the lush green lawns of Wimbledon to the stately grounds of Hampton Court Palace and the biggest annual flower festival in the world, our gardener Mark Lane reveals how the right plants can help people with dementia and how to make a new garden from the contents of a skip.
Gorgeous Hampton Court there. Also coming up, we're kicking off the first finance expert, Alex Tappert. Loyalty's not a good thing when it comes to... are these two things linked?
I know. I think we might be more loyal to our banks and our partners. So today we're going to be talking about how you could save a little bit extra by switching bank accounts, and also a nice way to round up your purchases to save a bit more money as well.
I'll be listening.
Is that lovely? Yeah. And talking of saving money, since the pandemic started, more and more communities have been swapping goods and even services.
I'll pop that on eBay.
Tell you what, it's priceless because there's only 2 left because Kim, she dropped. It's a bit clumsy.
Did she?
A little bit, yeah. And Riyadh managed to swap this.
And they can trade colour in the blink of an eye. Miranda Kristofnikov comes face to face with a ferocious predator. I'm a little cutlet, aren't I?
Don't worry about the cutlets. What about the tentacles?
The tentacles. We've got
tentacles. Put them into action.
We're going to put them into action today, actually. Action, actually. I love that. It's all about burning our legs today. So if you need to jump for joy during the England match tomorrow, don't you worry, because you're going to be ready for action.
So if you're watching the match or you're getting ready...
Not at all.
Following the press conference yesterday, of course, this just affects England at the moment. Or never are we going to have to learn with living with COVID.
Yeah, and I think it's so important that you mention that this roadmap is specific to England only. We are yet to find out what the roadmap for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Wales is going to look like. I think that this decision can't have been easy for the Prime Minister. He had promised Freedom Day, which had to be extended, and really now everyone is looking for that to happen. And his decision looks like it's based largely on 2 main principles. One being that we've got lots of clear evidence that the vaccines are working, that link between cases, hospitalisation and deaths has been weakened. And the second, of course, being that he was talking about balance. He was talking about balancing the risk of disease against the risk of these enforced restrictions on people. And it's taken its toll on people's mental well-being. People are feeling scunnered. They're just done in and ready for the next step. I think that when we look at the actual proposals themselves, we are essentially in England looking to return completely back to normal. Nightclubs, theatres are opening up. People are going to be returning back to businesses as usual. People are no indoor mixing. I think that all of that, coupled with the fact that compulsory mask wearing is going and social distancing is being kind of lifted as well. My worry is that people will see this complete radical lifting of restrictions as being, this pandemic's over, let's just get back to normal. And I think it's so clear that we need to enforce this pandemic is not over. We're in the middle of a 3rd wave. We still need to be cautious. In the ideal world, that would have been the best thing, waiting until the entire population was vaccinated that was eligible. We're not there. And I think that at the moment with summer, we're hoping schools are now closed, that we'll have more outdoor mixing, that we'll still have that chance to continue to vaccinate ahead of the flu season starting up in September, that hopefully we'll be in a better position. But I would say anybody that's eligible, please get your vaccine and just be cautious.
children, that there might be changes happening also as well in schools, in the school bubbles.
Yeah.
We're going to get a little bit more into that tomorrow, but is there any information on that as well?
Yeah, I mean, we just know how much disruption there has been in schools. You know, every time a child tests positive, it means that the whole class has to isolate. So hopefully later on today, we will hear from the Education Secretary about bubbles, whether kids will need to remain in these bubbles or whether that can be replaced with daily testing instead. What Zand was talking about yesterday, we have loads of evidence that face coverings work. They protect other people. A lot of these viruses and viral infections, which are going to be rife in the months coming up, they're transferred in the air and enter into your nose and your mouth. So I would echo what Chris Whitty said yesterday. When you are in indoor spaces, on public transport, do the right thing. Wear your face covering to keep yourself safe and others safe.
The only good reason is kind of inconvenience, but is that really a good reason? I think it's the right thing to do.
Become quite...
That perhaps the over 60s may have to start paying for prescriptions in the near future.
Yes, so this is at a proposal stage. In England currently, anybody up until the age of 60 has to pay £9.35, I think it is, for their prescriptions. Now, in a bid to boost income for the NHS, the government has put out for public discussion about increasing this age, so to bring that in line with the state pension age. So this will mean that anybody up until 66 will have to pay for their prescription. Now, the British Pharmaceutical Society, and I echo their concerns, that people are going to struggle to pay for prescriptions, especially if you're on multiple medications. I worry that this will deter folk from wanting to pay and to comply with their medication, and especially if you've got lots of medical health problems, this could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Creating the very next generation of penny-sized predators.
Oh, I was a bit scared of them before. Now I just think they're cute and they're great.
Cute.
Yeah, that's what we do. I can't believe how quickly you change.
Oh, thank you. The Strictly Magic.
It's just like magic. It's time for Strictly Fitness. Cue the music.
Hey!
Lovely stuff. As you can see, Punam's getting ready live in the studio. Got a groove on. Lovely. All right, Janette, what have we got today?
So today we are going to work on these legs. We're going to start with squats. Gethin is going to be doing our seated version, so follow along with Geth if you sat down. And Punam swapped the shoes to do it with me today. So legs hip width apart.
More fun in here.
Hands right in front of us with our across our chest like so. And we're going to squat all the way down and come right back up.
Fun in here.
Hands right in front of us with our across our chest like so. And we're gonna squat all the way down and come right back up and squeeze at the top. What we wanna do is make sure that your back is nice and straight and that you don't let your knees go over your toes. If you're sat down like Gethin, all I want you to do is put your hands on the side of your chair and do slow leg raises up and bring them back down.
Lower
and
body.
leg raises up and back down.
I move my hands. Run tentacles.
One tentacle. Our second exercise is the single leg deadlift. So this one, we want to keep our legs a little bit bent, Punam, slightly separated. Hands on our waist just to give us a little bit of balance, slightly tilted forward. I'm going to lift the right leg back down.
Good. And what about the
lift
seated
the leg
version?
back and back down. And for the seated version, it's exactly the same thing. We're going to lift the right leg and then lift the next leg.
One more to go this morning. What we got?
Last
Okay.
one is my favorite because we are at the Palace Gardens. So we're going to do the curtsy lunge. Hands across the chest. We're going to take that left foot and curtsy it all the way behind us and go as far down as you can. If you are seated, again, we're just going to reach all the way
down,
forward.
and we're ready to
come
go.
Right back up.
Good luck, everybody. Alan, take it away.
With a lower body workout, it's Janette Manrara.
Okay, starting with
Stuff. Thank you, Janette. Thank you, Punam. Thanks to all our guests today. We will be back tomorrow at 9:15. We shall see you then. Bye for now.